Greetings once again from the Shrine of St. Anthony. We're doing our format's a little different today, and we just want to thank our producer, Riley Gates, for setting this up to be able to continue doing this series, which we've been doing over the last quite a few weeks now, reading from the letter of James. It's been the second reading now for quite a few weeks, and we come to the exciting conclusion of those readings this weekend, the 26th Sunday in Ordinary Time. And as we've reflected upon so far in these weeks, the consistent theme of James's letter, which we said was a very Catholic letter, is the notion that faith without works is dead. That to say that you have faith implies that you have to have works, that the two have to go together. And we see this played out in very particular examples in the reading that we will hear this Sunday. But the thing I want to focus upon is that these are just examples, and we'll say a few words about that. But first, let's look at the reading. And again, this is from almost the conclusion of the letter from James chapter 5. Come now, you rich, weep and wail over your impending miseries. Your wealth has rotted away. Your clothes have become moth-eaten. Your gold and silver have corroded. And that corrosion will be a testimony against you. It will devour your flesh like a fire. You have stored up treasure for the last days. Behold, the wages you withheld from the workers who harvested your fields are crying aloud, and the cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord of hosts. You have lived on earth in luxury and pleasure. You have fattened your hearts for the day of slaughter. You have condemned, you have murdered the righteous one. He offers you no resistance. This reading today really offers some examples of the point that he's trying to make. Now, if you're watching this video, you are probably not a person who has withheld the wages of your workers, right? You have probably not been abusive to those who worked for you. It's probably unlikely, right? But the point of this reading is, again, these are examples that any injustice, if you say, any time that we live where our form of life is not righteous, that we are not living the faith, right? That clearly you can't claim to be a Christian on one hand and do these despicable things on the other, right? What we say we are and what we do as we are need to be brought together. And again, that last sentence is quite interesting. You have condemned, you have murdered the righteous one. He offers you no resistance. Who's the righteous one? Well, ultimately, the best example, obviously, is Jesus, right? Jesus was the righteous one. Jesus was the one who offered no resistance, right? But still was condemned, right? It was because of his goodness. It was because of his compassion. It was because of his mercy that he was held to be condemned by the religious leaders of his own day. Right? Again, I'm sure if you're watching this, these examples that James offers probably don't apply to you, but it's the point he's making that's important, right? Who do we say we are, and how are we living, right? Those things need to come together, because it's in that way that we can live a righteous life. We hopefully do live a righteous life, right? And that therefore, from that, we build a just world, right? We hear people talking about this topic all the time in the media today, right? And it's almost always in reference to those people out there, right? Those unrighteous, unjust people out there. People that we can't change, right? But what can we do? Live the faith. Right? We can create a righteous world in which we live by being righteous people. And again, not self-righteous, right? That was the problem of the religious leaders of Jesus's day. They were self-righteous, and therefore they condemned the righteous one, and they murdered him. We are called to live a righteous life. And in that way, we change the world. We build a just world around us in ways that we can really do it, and not just be judgmental about those people out there. And this is a very fitting conclusion to James's letter, right? A wonderful conclusion to James's letter. It's a reminder to us that works are faith, right? Our living the faith is the faith, right? Jesus did not come to create ideas or ideologies, even more dangerously, you might say, right? Jesus is not an ideologue. He's very practical, right? He calls us to a faith, and he calls us to live it, right? And again, when we do that, we build a just world. We ask the Lord to help us with that, to help us to live a just life, to be faithful to what we believe. Nobody's perfect. We're never going to get there 100%. But our efforts, our striving in that way can, again, indeed, seek to build up a just world. Just one little commercial at the end here. We've been speaking about a series of online talks we've been doing. We just started with the first one 2 weeks ago almost now, by the time you see this video, about St. Francis and the stigmata. Our next topic will be offered in October. It's be on the 12th of October, I believe. But check your local listings, as they say. Check out our social media pages, check out our website and your emails. You'll be getting an invitation, or you'll see an invitation to join us for this next talk. In October, we have the Feast of St. Francis. So our topic for next time has the evocative, hopefully, title of Killing Francis of Assisi, Creating St. Francis. And in that talk, we'll be asking the musical question, will the real St. Francis please stand up? I hope you find that somewhat intriguing, and maybe you'll join us either live in person on that Tuesday evening at 7:30 Eastern Time, or the talks are available on YouTube at some time after they've been done. They're offered publicly to anybody who would like to watch at your convenience. So with that, we thank you. Peace and good from the Shrine of St. Anthony. God bless you. You are all our companions, and you're always in our prayers, especially here in the Friary. Every day at evening prayer, we pray for you and your intentions. So we hopefully you feel a part of this great faith community. So with that, we say farewell and peace and good.